Look, in the world of football, we are used to seeing coaches talk. They talk about strategy, performance, and the future. But what happens when a coach, especially one of Ryan Day's caliber, decides to stay silent? What happens behind the scenes when silence speaks louder than any play on the field? The season is right around the corner, and while most teams are rushing to finalize their pieces, something unusual is happening at Ohio State. According to the Buckeye Talk podcast, and this is crucial, the backup quarterback position is becoming a mystery. This is not just a normal competition, it is an uncertainty that few people are prepared to understand. And the biggest issue? Ryan Day, the quarterback mastermind, appears to be right in the middle of it. The Cleveland.com team, through Stefan Krajewnik and Stephen Means, revealed that while other positions appear to be settled, the backup QB role remains a major question mark. Stephen Means gave the position a confidence level of only 3 out of 10, saying, "I'm at a 3, and I'm at a 3 while recognizing that quarterback will always be Ryan Day's baby. He is much harder on his quarterbacks than he is on any other position group." This is not just an opinion, it is a signal. Why this level of pressure? Why this uncertainty in the position where he has traditionally been strongest? And this is where things start to become unusual. Ryan Day is known for developing quarterbacks and having an elite eye for talent. But now, with a freshman like Luke Fahey competing for the role and confidence in the position remaining low, the question becomes, what does Ryan Day really know or see that is not being revealed? What is he protecting? Or worse, what is he hiding that prevents him from naming a player and giving a clear direction for the backbone of the team, the backup quarterback? Ryan Day's silence is not simply a lack of information. It may be a sign that behind the scenes at Ohio State, there is tension that could impact the entire season. It's almost as if he knows something that, if revealed, could create instability. And the truth is, maybe he cannot name a quarterback because his zero confidence is not about one specific player, but about the uncertainty itself that he is trying to control before it becomes a bigger problem. But let's be honest, this situation is not completely new at Ohio State. The pressure to keep a quarterback-producing machine running is enormous. This is a program that has developed players like Justin Fields, Dwayne Haskins, and J.T. Barrett. The standard is so high that any perceived weakness becomes magnified. And when Ryan Day remains quiet about such a critical position, it may be because he understands that every word can create expectations he may not be able to meet. The backup quarterback is not just another player, he is insurance for the entire season. The question nobody is asking is Ryan Day simply being cautious, or is he dealing with limitations he did not anticipate? Are the quarterbacks on his roster so far from his usual standard that even the master of quarterback development is hesitating? That is what the silence suggests, and when a coach who has built his career around developing quarterbacks stays quiet, it raises the possibility that the situation may be more complicated than people realize. Inside an elite program like Ohio State, there is no room for mystery for long. Journalists, analysts, and fans dig deep, and when something remains hidden, people begin to wonder whether someone is intentionally keeping it that way. Ryan Day is not someone who speaks without purpose. Every silence can be a strategic decision. So what exactly is happening with the backup quarterback situation that justifies so much secrecy? Maybe the answer is this. Luke Fahey is a freshman at Ohio State. The tradition of this program is built around having quarterbacks who are prepared, experienced, and tested. But now we're looking at a young player who is still learning the system. And Ryan Day, a coach who built his reputation on developing some of the best quarterbacks in the country, may be facing the reality that this time he may not have the same level of talent foundation he is used to working with. That is a troubling situation for a coach of his caliber. The season doesn't wait for anyone, and while Ryan Day delays naming the backup, every passing day is a lost opportunity for preparation and development. Ohio State's opponents will not wait for clarity. They will attack every weakness, every uncertainty, every sign of instability, and an undefined backup quarterback situation that could become a vulnerability that proves costly. What makes this even more intriguing is the fact that Ryan Day is usually someone who controls the narrative. He's strategic, calculated, and precise in his communication. But now he's leaving this gap open, and that gap is being filled with rumors, speculation, and a lack of confidence. This is not random. It may be a symptom of something much bigger happening behind the scenes in Columbus. The truth nobody wants to admit. Maybe the truth is simply too difficult to accept. Ryan Day doesn't have a clear answer because there truly is no clear answer. There may not be a backup quarterback that gives him real confidence, and for a coach whose identity is deeply connected to quarterback success, that is extremely difficult to accept. So he stays silent, because talking about it would mean admitting that for the first time in a long time, he may be navigating uncertain waters without a clear guide. This is not just an Ohio State problem. It could have consequences that reach the NFL in the coming years. Because one thing is certain, when Ryan Day finally names the backup quarterback, when that silence is finally broken, everyone will be watching. And what he says, or what he chooses not to say, will reveal a lot about where football is heading and where Ohio State is going. And what do you think? What do you believe Ryan Day is hiding? Do you think this is genuine uncertainty, or is it simply a strategic move? Leave your comment and let's continue uncovering what is really happening behind the scenes of football. The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered.